Multiply and divide rational expressions. I am Anil Kumar, and in this series we will understand how to multiply and divide rational expressions. And in each and every question we should also write down the restrictions. Well, you need to know how to factor. That is a prerequisite for this exercise. So you can review some videos on factoring techniques, right? So how to factor polynomials, that is a prerequisite. So in case you are having difficulty in factoring, then you should practice few questions, understand the techniques of factoring, and then attempt multiplying and dividing rational expressions. Now in this video, let us see how to multiply rational expressions. The question is 2x squared minus 6x divided by x cubed minus 5x squared plus 4x times x squared minus 1 divided by x minus 3. We need to factor these expressions before we can simplify. So let us factor. Let's start with 2x squared minus 6x. Now here 2x is the common factor, so we can write 2x. We get x minus 3 in the numerator. The denominator, we see that x is common, so let me take x as a common factor, and we get x squared minus 5x plus 4. The next term is x squared minus 1, which is difference of squares, so we could write this as x plus 1 times x minus 1. Denominator is x minus 3 for us. Now as you see, this is a quadratic expression which can further be factored. So let's factor that also and then simplify. So we have 2x times x minus 3 in the numerator. Denominator is x times product of 4 and sum of minus 5. That means minus 4 and minus 1, right? X minus 4 times x minus 1. Times the second term, which is x plus 1 times x minus 1 divided by x minus 3. Now at this stage we can cancel all the common factors and simplify this rational expression. But before that, it is a good practice to write down the restrictions. As you know, denominator cannot be 0, so that leads to a couple of restrictions. So one, x is not equal to 0, so we can write here x is not equal to 0. That will make x 0, then it should not be equal to 4, right? Plus 1 and plus 3. So these are all the restrictions on our rational expression. So that is kind of very important step. Even if it is not mentioned in the question, it's a good practice to write down the restrictions before you cancel. Now let us look for common factors in numerator and denominator which could be cancelled. Starting from here, x and x, so we can cancel x, then x minus 3 and x minus 3 cancels out. We have x minus 1 and x minus 1 which will cancel out. Now once we cancel these common factors, we can write the simplified form. What we get is 2 times x plus 1 in the numerator, so we have 2 times x plus 1 in the numerator, and the denominator is x minus 4. Correct? So that is the result of multiplying these two rational expressions, and that is how we do. And remember, you should write down the restrictions along with your answer, which is 0, 4, 1 and 3. It was better if I would have written it as 0, 1, 3 and 4. Anyway, both are correct. So that is our solution. So my request is practice some factoring and then try the questions on multiplying and dividing rational expressions. Have a good look at it. Thank you and all the best.